The argument is that,
this
yes.
This is not atmospheric science.
Okay, great. The argument is that, yes, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the most marketed candidate. The others know that. And so the only way, as Dr. is saying, Jonathan Asachurch is saying, is that they would have to point out his weaknesses and question the viability as against the marketability of his candidature. Why is that a wrong approach from where you sit?
No, it is not wrong. Politically, if you want to go at your opponent, you may have to use all means possible. But then the caveat is that when you are doing internal politics, you minimize that. In fact, at best, you can cast some slight aspersions and people may know what you mean. But to go all out and sort of make him your subject of discussion in an internal contest, it may not be the best approach. If it was an external contest between you and your opposition parties, you can use that, bring out all the weaknesses in your opponent so that you can appear quite acceptable. But in internal, when you leave the issues of the party, when you lose focus on the main target, and the target becomes an internal person, and you go ahead and say things that weakens the cohesion, the unity between the five of you, how then do you turn around at the end of the contest and try to build unity? Unity becomes difficult. So if you stayed with the issues in an internal contest, the rate at which you can come together, unite as a party, becomes faster than deliberately hitting at your own member of your party, somebody you once sat in cabinet with, somebody you once held several good meetings or good times with. In fact, that approach is good in a competition. But in an internal contest, and that is the caveat I want us to take note, in an internal contest where you seek unity or reconciliation after the contest, you do not make that as your approach. You leave all the issues relevant, and then you subject one person as your target. That will not be the best. What we can do on your platform is to issue the advice. If they take it, fine. If they want to use that as a strategy and go all out to that will also be fine. At the end of the day, they may come together to want to reconcile. And like Dr. Bawumia said, the things you might have said about your own friends will be the things that will be played back to you. And you will see whether it will be easy to unite or it will be quite difficult. So it's a good strategy politically, but not a recommended strategy in an internal contest. And that's the caveat.
Now, I'm going to take your quick thoughts on this, because one person who contested in the run-up to the 2024 elections, the flag bearership of the MPP, that is Francis Adainimo, raised a few concerns and the reason why he decided not to contest this time around. He's been a constant feature for the flag bearership race of the MPP for some time now. But then we're going to put the portions of this statement he issued on the screen shortly. But he says top of his concerns are the reason why he's not contesting. One is that there's inappropriate political timing. He says January 31, 2026 for the conduct of the presidential primary for him doesn't work. Also, the top-down approach to internal party contests, which has been severely criticized by many stalwarts within the party. Plus, he talks about the seeming inclination and bias of party executives towards one candidate. And finally, the unreasonable and unhealthy monetization of the internal politics of the NPP. These are cogent matters that must be paid attention to as raised by a key person within the party like Francis Adainimo?
Well, Alfred, let me take this opportunity to offer some education to people who want to do politics. And they don't do that individually as independent persons, but they decide to join a party. If you decide to join a party, what you have done to yourself is that you would want to merge your individual wishes and interests, aspirations, how you want things to be done as an individual. You want to join it to a group of individuals, and you have submitted your singular views to the views of the majority. That is simply what you have done. And so when the majority goes to decide and it fits into your thoughts, hallelujah, But if it happens that it doesn't fit into your thoughts, or it deviates marginally or severely from your thoughts, yeah, you decided to join a democratic political party. And so you may want to hold on with your views and go with the views of the majority. So January 31st, it was a product of a properly constituted council meeting, unless that is in dispute. But if it is not, then please remember that you have joined a democratic political party and that some decisions may not go in line with the way you think.
I see.
The majority may sometimes differ from you.
Dr. Santiochi, so
right?
this is the view